My connection? We had the race car, number 77, which was a Mercury, that my dad, my dad basically footed all the pills, Doc Francis.
Your dad's name was?
Doc Francis?
Doc Francis.
That's the easiest way to put it, is just Doc Francis.
Yeah.
He was the local vet.
Okay.
And our garage was the garage. And at that, we had 77, which was a blue Mercury, and Swifty. Now, see, when I see Merle Swift today, it's still Swifty, because that's who he was, Swifty. He had number 69. And it would almost have to be a Plymouth, because his dad had the Chrysler Dodge Plymouth dealership in Northeast for years and years, and McKay Swift. So, but you would have to, I'm not sure, but I know his was black and ours was blue, and we were two of the top cars, and it was just, you know, one against the other. We had big competition with Swifty, big competition. My dad was good with young people, had an interest of young people, and if somebody came to him, which could have happened, that's, you know, but yeah, he was the financial end behind it, but I mean, he went to the races if he wasn't out on calls, but I mean, that was, yeah, he was the financial, but he enjoyed it because it was young people and they were enjoying it. It was a family thing.
Close your eyes, and as you come out Stetson Road, what do you think?
All I can remember is basically the road going into the track also for Springs, and that's where the bleachers were, and that's where we used to sit, and that's where we used to park. And we used to pack lunches and take our lunches with them, because I mean, that was a whole day thing, and for kids, you know, you had to have something, you know, to munch on. But all I can remember, the Sherman Gravel Pit racetrack, because we used to go to Sherman Gravel Pit, State Line, Cool Road, and Sulphur Springs. And the gravel pit was right there, like back of the cemetery. Russ Weesey is across the road, but at that time it was Guy Gibbons. But if you come from Stedman and go straight through the four corners there, right, past the highway department, on the left-hand side, now Jimmy Weesey has it, but right there was the gravel pit. I'm sure it was the gravel pit racetrack. But that was clean compared to the gravel pit in Sherman. Yeah. And say, I mean, that to me was dusty, but it was nothing like the gravel pit. Marty drove for us first, then Johnny Whitehead drove for us, and then Lester Moss Jr. I remember those three drivers. And Marty was a good mechanic as well as a driver, and Johnny was a good mechanic. And I can't remember that we had anybody different as a mechanic. That was our weekend entertainment. I mean, that's all we did all weekend was go to races.